Welcome back, everybody, to the Fellas League 2024-25 season. We have another incredible week to go over this week. Lots of games to get to, so let's get into it. Starting off, we're going over the close battle between No Mo Pickens and the Big Commish. Marvin Harrison puts on a huge performance here, 29 points, and I got 5 points from Justin Hill over here. Justice Hill on my bench, so that's awesome. That's who I was working with this week. Next up, we have Leb versus the Baja Blast. What a close battle this was. Razor close, some would say. Leb barely squeaks by, and Bijan almost did it for Baja. And what is there to say about this game here other than let him cook? Let him cook. And the Gritty Committee versus Skid Row Squatters. This was one of our 50% wins, half and half battle. And boy, they got that right. 145 to 137. Jalen Hurts almost comes in and steals the victory for Mason. And lastly, here we have TDs versus Klee. Kana Klee off to an incredibly hot start here. We'll look how he continues in the rest of the league. And next up here, we have breaking news, our first trade of the year in week 2 here. Police Massa, No Mo Pickens acquires David Montgomery and Tyler Lockett, and Skid Row Squatters collects Brock Bowers and George Pickens. And next, we take a look at the pound-for-pound rankings here. Not much moving, and Kana Klee holds out with his number 1 spot. Gritty Committee, number 2. And No Mo Pickens comes in at number 3. No Mo Pickens has the lowest points against so far in the league. Gritty Committee's at number 1, and Kana Klee's at number 2. And at number 4, the Skid Row Squatters, huge trade recipient Brock Bowers enters the team. He'll look to add some points to the squad there. Number 5, Let Him Cook. 6, Leb. 7, the Commissioner. I have some players coming back. 8, we got Titties. 9, Baja Blast. And 10, Cut My Nuts. The lowest drop of anybody, losing his 2 top wide receivers. And something to note here on the ESPN rankings, the bottom 3 projected teams, look where they are now. 1, 2, and 3 projected to finish the year. Shows you how much ESPN knows. Moving through here, your barn burner of the week. 145 to 137, Gritty Committee and Skid Row Squatters put on a performance each. Some of our top scorers this week, a 44 out of Kamara, 29 out of a chain, Marvin Harrison with the 29, DK with the 28, and Neighbors with the 28. And these guys sucked it up this week. Tyreek Hill, is it showing what the rest of his year is going to look like? And Travis Kelce, number 2 here. Horrible games from him to start. And obviously Cooper Kupp, he was injured halfway through. This week's matchups, Baja Blast versus Show Me Your Titties. 46% win to 54% win with Bryce. Let Him Cook and No Mo Pickens. 52% chance Paul's going to win that. And Kana Klee versus Skid Row Squatters. This may be one of the highest differences here other than the next one. 55% for Kana Klee, number 1 on the power rankings. And 57% here for Gritty Committee to beat Cut My Nuts fair. And then we have an underdog story here to end the week. Big Commish versus Leb. I got to claw my way back to the top. And that will do it, everybody, for this week's recap. We have a lot of good games to look forward to next week and a lot of good matchups to go over. So, as always, guys, good luck this week and go Bills.